The arrow had struck hours earlier, but the antelope was still somewhere ahead. Now the hunt becomes a test of patience. Through the dry grass and scattered brush, the Hadzabe tribe follow the trail left behind by the wounded animal. They move quickly at times, then suddenly slow down, searching the ground for the smallest detail. A print pressed into soft dirt, a broken stem, disturbed dust. Even the children stay close behind, watching carefully, learning the hunt simply by walking through it. No one complains about the heat. No one asks how much farther. Because everyone knows the same thing. A poisoned animal can run far, but not forever. Then finally, after hours of tracking, the movement ahead disappears. The antelope is down. And just for a moment, the entire group stops to breathe.
Nami uzamenina. Nditi. Kwa nditi. Kwebeko anditi kabi. Lami ile hamba miani. Ape. Ape.
What follows is harder than the hunt itself. Branches are cut and stripped clean before the antelope is tied and lifted upside down across their shoulders. At first, they keep moving without stopping, pushing forward beneath the weight. But the animal is massive. The distance begins to show on their faces. Their pace slows. Shoulders tighten.
Nakenena baya ni. Kwa buta iya kabaya.
Eventually, they stop beneath the open heat to make the load manageable. Knives come out immediately. The butchering is quick, practiced, efficient, meat separated carefully piece by piece while flies circle in the air around them. Some strips are spread out to dry beneath the sun, preserved for later instead of being wasted. Nearby, another hunter works on the hide, slowly scraping away the remains attached to the skin, cleaning it with the same focus used during the hunt itself. For the Hadzabe, the animal does not end at the meat. Even the hide still has value. Out here, survival belongs to people who know how to use everything. By the time the fire is ready, hunger has already settled in. A few pieces of meat are placed directly over the flames while the rest remains drying nearby for the journey ahead. Smoke drifts through the camp as the sound of crackling fat cuts through the silence. No seasoning, no preparation beyond fire and patience. And somehow, none of it feels lacking. The hunters sit close together now, finally allowing themselves to rest while the meat cooks in front of them. Hands reach forward before the fire has even settled completely. They eat slowly at first, then faster. Because after a day like this, food is no longer just food. It's relief.
Heya obi akila. Kwekwe labe kwa. Kwekwe ngosho be kwa. Yamo tumebe ngosho. Kenesa. Fakamusho atabalohe. Vai kagoko. Atabalo kaya sena. Angano. Kwekwe ngosho be kwa. Ngosho be kwa. Hasa ta akoita anwa tupu unu tafabe. La musiheya. Tupu one takatafabe. Kisokutula. Hasa unu to ihimi akote nwa. Loko down. Kwani go tacho oma. Obi opi oma. Alika kaone yako. Kaya jiliana, kesi ama. Twende kaone yako. Asante. Utakut baik kwani lama. Ya takwe unane kabo kazi. Kwani oma lama. Tetoma kwa una akudina oma. Ngale ya mike.
나그 꼰도 있다 이신놈. 내가 꾸꾸다 너고 꾸꾸. 내가 꾸꾸. 대배.
Jeez, kwani hauna baya makwiti ba. Ya mono mzigo gonu hamena.
Not long later, they rise again. Whatever remains from the hunt is gathered carefully and tied down for transport. Nothing is abandoned, not after the effort it took to track, carry, and prepare it. Then the walking begins again. The group disappears back into the landscape with the remaining meat balanced across their shoulders, moving through the same dry terrain they crossed earlier in the day. For the Hadzabe, stopping is temporary. The journey always continues. By now, the pace has changed completely. The running is over. The tracking is over. What remains is the work that always comes after a successful hunt. The hunters lower the meat to the ground and gather around almost instinctively, each person already knowing what needs to be done. One cuts through the thicker portions, while another drags over dry branches for the fire. Soon, smoke begins curling upward through the heat of the afternoon. A worn metal pot is set above the flames, and fresh pieces of antelope are dropped inside one after another. The sound is subtle, soft bubbling, crackling wood, quiet conversation in the background. No part of the day feels wasted. Not the long chase, not the weight they carried, not even the exhaustion written across their faces, because this, right here, is the moment all of it was leading toward.
Mangwa.
And finally, the waiting ends. The pot is pulled away from the fire as everyone gathers closer. Steam rises into the air while pieces of meat are passed from hand to hand almost immediately. Now the mood feels different. Lighter. The tension that followed them through the hunt is gone, replaced by the quiet satisfaction of finally eating after a long day of work. Some focus on the meat, others drink directly from the rich broth left inside the pot, wasting nothing. Around the fire, exhaustion slowly gives way to comfort. And watching them now, it becomes clear that the hunt was never only about catching an animal. It was about making sure the group could continue another day together. If you enjoyed this journey into the life of the Hadzabe tribe, make sure to subscribe and follow for more stories from communities still living close to the wild.
Let me get